the new car. Now, I cannot take credit for how nicely this car is built. That goes to the original owner, Garrett Stout. Now, I don't know if me and him are G-Body kindred spirits, but this is the car that I envisioned I wanted to build. Now, he didn't know it at the time, but he was actually building this car for me. So shout out to Garrett Stout and the wonderful job he did of putting this car together. And shout out to Willie McGowan and two-time NHRA sportsman champ Jonathan Womack, because they are the reasons why I even know anything about this car. So you would think that somebody who gets a car built as nice as this, that they would just be fine with putting their stuff in it and going racing. But not me. I had to take this car completely apart, starting with the interior. And as you can see, I went through the meticulous process of pulling the dashboard out, pulling all the interior out, because I was going to rewire the car, because I'm running the highly fuel injection system. So I wanted to make sure I had the car wired up just as nice as I had my green car wired up. So that required me pulling everything out. Well, it didn't require that, but I required pulling everything out because I just like starting from scratch. Because that's how I started with the green car. We started from scratch. Also, I couldn't do the burgundy interior with the water blue paint. So I was also pulling the interior out because it was my intention to paint that interior. And shout out to Carport Boys Racing on Instagram, because it was his idea for me to actually paint the interior gray. Now, as the process started with taking this car apart, I told my dad that we need more space. And as luck would have it, we came across this building, this little space, and that just allowed us to really start getting after it, taking the car apart. Once we got it in there, me and my dad started pulling the front end apart. Because for the wiring process, I wanted everything off the car. I basically wanted to start with a shell and then come back. I also wanted to paint the firewall. I wanted to paint the frame because I was getting new suspension parts for the front, so I wanted everything to be clean and nice. And so that was the other reason too. But I wanted to mock up some things for the wiring because I was going to use the Maven Speed bulkhead connector to shorten up my Holly harness. So check this out, and if you want to fast forward to see me opening up the new goodies, you can. As you saw in the pictures, the original color of the car was white. And so if the car would have still been white, the burgundy interior would have been fine for me. But because it's now royal blue, I wasn't feeling the royal blue paint and then the burgundy interior. So I went through the process of painting the entire interior gray, dyeing the seats. Also, I found a Monte Carlo steering wheel and I dyed it gray as well. The gray paint came from GBodyParts.com. It's actual original GM gray paint. So hopefully when I put all this together, it'll flow a whole lot better. One of the main reasons I wanted to remove the front clip was so that I could wire up my Maven Speed bulkhead connector. It's a dust connector that I'm using to shorten up my Holley EFI harness. I mocked up the engine so that I would know exactly how long each sensor wire needed to be cut before I made my final cut. Maven Speed sends you a pin diagram so that you can map out where you want each wire to go. Now the numbers on the connector are very small, so I use a light and straighten out a paper clip to help me locate the right hole. It's critical that you line up the wires correctly on both sides of the connector. Seems like a lot of work, but I found wiring to be therapeutic, especially if I can start with the blank canvas, and having the right tools make the process a lot easier. So check out my bulkhead wiring process. Welcome back to the channel. I'm glad y'all came back for episode 2. And as you can see by the thumbnail, we got some new parts for the blue car. So we're gonna do some box opening and let you guys check out the new parts I'm gonna be putting on the blue. We went through this box yet, but did open it for a few things. Let's see. Our list of trick chassis parts. What else can I say? Trick chassis. Got some lightweight bump stops. A lot of good trick chassis. Lightweight bump stops. Bolts and accessories. So, full trick chassis setup going on the front end. Let's look at another. These are going to be drop spindles for the front. If anybody remember the stands on the brake car, we're trying to recreate the same stand. Take drop spindles. Poly Performance. I believe this is my new intake pump. tank Holly pump. Got some dual 450s because we're going to a dry shot on the nitrous. So I'll be able to put this in my stock tank. TRZ bump steel kit, which is, you need this if you're doing a drop on the G-Body in the front, especially a 2-inch drop. So I got the bump steel kit, TRZ. 100-pound injectors from Holly to support that dry shot of nitrous. If I want to get up to a 400 shot, I got enough fuel and injector to do that. Another small box from Holly. I believe this is fuel level cylinder. LiDAR technology, laser technology for my fuel level cylinder. Run everything through the Holly dash. Air motor fluid regulator, all black to match my paint scheme on the block. I had one that was red and black, but that's gonna kind of throw off what I'm trying to go with. My paint scheme with the block. So, trick chassis, tubular core support, trick chassis, up and lower front control arms, trick chassis, lightweight bump stops, TRZ bump steel kit, Beltec 2-inch drop spindles, complete Wheelwood front disc brake kit, Holly dual 450 in-tank pump, Holly fuel level, digital fuel level cylinder fittings, also 100-pound injectors, new injectors. Of course, I ain't really give y'all a up close on the engine. Stock bottom end 6.2, and we're converting over to a dry shot. But all of these are the new goodies for the blue car. So this is gonna do it for episode 2. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment. Okay, let's get that algorithm working for the 6'2 King. Also, I'm on TikTok now, the 6'2 King, Instagram, the 6'2 King, and check out my Facebook page as well under the 6'2 King. Y'all stay tuned, lock in, and I'll see y'all for episode 3.